Hi everyone, I am Sierra Marie Bond, Miss Southwest 2020, and I am also the author of Innovators, Women in History Who Have Made Positive Contributions to STEAM. In the United States, women make up only 24% of the innovation workforce, according to a 2017 study done by the Department of Commerce. Women are innovators. An innovator, the definition, is a noun. It's a person who introduces new methods, ideas, or products. For example, she was one of the greatest innovators of math. Women have been introducing methods, ideas, and products into society for thousands of years. Let's Go Full Steam Ahead was created to highlight the contributions of women in STEAM, STEAM standing for science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Today is arts. I think there's an artist hidden in the bottom of every single one of us. Bob Ross. Art can be expressed through paintings, words, music, pictures, sculptures, plays, and many other mediums. Art is using creativity to express yourself and to share your interpretation of the world around you. The artists in the next few pages share their creativity through singing songs, playing the violin, and performing on stage. Manami Ito, violinist. Manami Ito began playing the violin at 7 years old. She wanted to be a nurse when she grew up and went to college to pursue medicine. Her academic plans were put on hold in 2004 when she was in a traffic accident. The accident caused her to lose her arm, but she didn't let that stop her. She became the first nurse in all of Japan to use a prosthetic arm, and she became a Paralympic athlete. Manami placed fourth in the women's 100-meter breaststroke in 2008 and placed eighth in the same event in 2012. Thanks to a prosthesis that was designed specifically to enable Manami to hold her violin bow, she is able to play the violin again. She now travels Japan, lecturing and performing for audiences of all ages. Thank you, Manami Ito, for your perseverance and for sharing your talents with the world. Aretha Franklin, singer. Aretha was born in 1942 and began singing gospel music as a child at the church where her father served as a pastor. Her professional career started when she was just 12 years old, and she began touring the country with her father as he gave sermons. As they traveled and met people in the music industry, Aretha became certain that singing was her passion. She moved to New York when she was 18 and was signed to her very first record deal. Over time, Aretha became a singing sensation with hits like Respect and You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, and in the 1960s, she was crowned the Queen of Soul. Aretha Franklin has received many awards, including the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the National Medal of Arts, and she was the first female artist to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Aretha used her voice to serve as an icon for Black women everywhere and has inspired young female artists for decades. She was considered a civil rights activist and a humanitarian, and she is said to be a symbol of Black equality. Thank you, Aretha Franklin, for sharing your music and your passionate voice. Kristin Chenoweth, performer. Adopted when she was just 5 days old, Kristin Chenoweth was raised by two chemical engineers in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Her love for the arts began at an early age when she would sing gospel songs at churches in her community. She performed in school plays and musicals and decided to study musical theater and operatic performance in college. After graduation, Kristin starred in many performances and eventually made her Broadway debut in 1997. From there, she rocketed to stardom, releasing albums, making television appearances, starring in films, and of course, singing and acting on Broadway. While she's famous for many roles, her most well-known might be as Glinda the Good Witch in the Broadway musical Wicked. Winning multiple awards for her singing and acting, Kristin has used her fame to create Kristin Chenoweth's Broadway Boot Camp. Students in grade 8 through 11 work on their singing, dancing, and acting skills under the tutelage of famous stars and industry professionals like herself. The students learn the value of arts and share what they have learned at the end of boot camp through a live performance. Thank you, Kristin Chenoweth, for sharing your passion for the arts with future generations. That's the end of our artists that I'm going to be highlighting today. If you would like a copy of your own Innovators book, go ahead and swing over to letsgofullsteamahead.com and purchase one. It is part of a one-to-one initiative, so for every one book purchased, one is also donated to a school or community library. Thank you so much, and we're looking forward to the final day of these videos where I will be highlighting the mathematicians who make it into my Innovators book.